What's going on YouTube? Today's video is going to be on my new cue case. I decided to get a new cue case for myself, and this is what I got. This is the bag it came with, and if you see it, it's the JFlowers cue case. So I decided to get the JFlowers cue case just because I wanted a new cue case to try out, and especially to go to Vegas. This is not really what's in the bag, but I will show you what the cue case is all about. This is the tactical JFlowers case. This one is technically a 4x8, meaning it holds 4 butts and 8 shafts, but if you look inside, you can actually have 5 butts because the way it's designed is for the break. This is when you stow it when you're in a tournament or playing in a game. You can put the butt cue in there, and this one's dedicated for a jump cue, but this is a 12-incher, so I actually had to extend it. So there's actually my extension for my cue that I made, and I just stow it in here because I don't like using these bags for stowing any of the stuff. Have it all empty because it makes it really bulky. This one of the biggest thing is it's a bulky case. It's not like my JB case. The JB case looks sleek and more cleaner, but you can stuff a lot of stuff in here. So a lot of it's still empty. I haven't put anything here yet. So also it comes with the handles. I like to stow them inside. I don't like having it all dangling outside, so I just stow them all in there. So let's go ahead and look at the case itself and what it does. So like I said, this one is for the break cue, this one's for your jump cue, but I use this for stowing my short jump cue because my long jump cue goes in here. My 3-piece jump cue is in here, and I still had to put a foam to make it longer, and just in case I want to remove it, I have fishing line in here. As you can see, this is all it is. Little foam with gorilla tape, and I just shoved it in there. And then I have the fishing line just in case I don't want it in there anymore, and I decided to change. So it holds all the shafts. I have 6 shafts in here, and of course my playing cue and my break cue. So let's go ahead and remove all this stuff, and then you can see how it looks. So that's the playing cue, how it comes out, and then of course my break cue. And this is what you'll do when you're like in a tournament or something. You just have it here because this case stands up perfectly. So it's like JB, it stands up on its own. So let me close all these zippers. It also has another pocket here. This is probably for my essentials, like when I'm playing. So I have like a wipe, I have the bridge, I have a tip tool, and a little pad for cleaning my shafts, because I also play with a wood shaft. So it holds one of my brake shafts. My other brake shaft I have wood and carbon. This one is Purple Heart for my short jump cue. And then, like I said, this is the 3-piece jump cue. Fits perfect in there. And then it has the shaft for the 3-piece jump cue. And of course, this is my backup shaft. It's a carbon fiber. I decided to practice with a carbon fiber, but my main shaft is actually a wood shaft. So now I have more room. I will actually probably make another wood shaft. It's going to be the torrefied wood. Probably, I don't know if I'll do curly maple or just a straight grain torrefied wood, so that I can have both. And because one thing I noticed with the torrefied wood versus a regular maple, the straight grain maple torrefied is a lot heavier than the curly maple one. So I don't have to put weights on it, but we're adding the weight on the back end. It helps it with having a lower deflection. So like I said, this is how it look when you have it. Make sure I got the right one. One is How I can tell is one is longer on my carbon fiber, one for braking and one for jumping. The jumping one is a little bit longer, it's a 30-inch, but I use a 29-inch for my brake. But you would stow it like this when you're having a tournament. Of course, I have the zipper all the way up, and it stops right there and has a buckle here when you close it. I have my little horo patch, but on tournaments, this is how you would have it. So this is a backpack style. I was not really fond of backpack style until I went to Vegas and I had to walk from my hotel room all the way down to the convention center. And I also had to walk from the garage, the parking lot area, and walking all that with my JB case, and it got heavy. So ironically, even this is a 4x8, this weighs as much as my JB case. That's like the weirdest thing. So this is pretty light. So it has, like I said, it has the backpack strap, it has a strap here. Have my magnets. This is what I use for my belt loop to hold my chalk. And the pool hall I play at have round tables, which makes no sense to me. And it's hard to like stow your case and your cues. So I use this magnet. It's just attached to a what we call a 550 cord, and have it attached to the metal legs, and then that will hold the pool case. That way it doesn't get knocked over and fall down. So, but it has the handle here, make it convenient. But having the backpacks, like I said, I wasn't fond of having the backpacks, but when you start walking, and then just having all that weight on one shoulder, it gets you, it stresses that shoulder out sometimes. So having the backpack, having it on two of your shoulders makes a big difference. Also, one thing I like about it, if you notice how the backpacks look, it's actually, the point of it is not in the middle, it's actually separated, so it makes it more like a true backpack, where you actually, when you carry it, and I'll move this, and then you can see. When you actually have it on your back, it's a lot more comfortable because of the straps. They're not all the way in the point and then V's up. It's actually, it's parallel to each other, making it more comfortable to carry. That's what I noticed. It's a lot easier and more, and it has less pressure on your shoulders. That's what I was looking for, to have less pressure on my shoulders, especially when you're walking far from your room to the convention center. So, but this is a quick review on what the case looks like. It has all the JFlowers on it, and this one is on a hook and loop. I don't know why they hook and looped it. They didn't just like sew it in there. But one thing I wish they did, since this is such a big case, is actually have all the zippers secured. I think that's one of the biggest fails they had. It's not really a fail, but they missed it. Is now if I go travel with this, I have to put this like in another duffel bag, and then like in a duffel bag, and then secure that duffel bag, versus having these secured and then just having the bag over it and then using that as a flight, having all my cues secured. That way I just put it on this bag it came in, and then put it on the under the plane. It would have been a lot simpler. Now I just have to do all duffel bags and not having a four-wheel rolling suitcase. Now it's something I have to actually carry. So I wish they did that where these actually lock, because they don't even have holes on it, so you can't even secure it. Because you could put these as locks and have a beefier zipper, or having this lock. That way this doesn't open, and then all your cues are secured. Because normally, like all these pockets and all these big accessories, having all this thing, it just makes everything, to me, makes everything more bulky. Because one thing is flush, if you notice that. A lot of the cases out there, they're actually extended out so that it won't look as bulky. Because if you start putting all this stuff inside, say I put this in here, and then now you can see how it just makes it bulky. Everything just looks all bulky, especially when your cues are inside and you have 8 shafts and four butts. this would be heavy and bulky, and it just looks weird. It doesn't look clean to me. So that's one of the things. I don't like having all this bulkiness. I think it could have been from the Army when I was in service, because we all have, like, if you notice, when I was in uniform, I had 10 pockets, and we could not have anything in our pockets to make it appear like our pockets are bulky, but yet we have 10 pockets, so we can't use them. So, but here are some of the stuff I have. I will have a what's in my case video to show exactly what cues I am gonna bring to Vegas, the weights and my specifications. That way it's more in detail. This is just showing you what the case looks like and what it is. And hopefully this video is informative. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and leave a comment down below. And thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe me. Don't forget the thumbs up. Bye bye.